Well, I alluded to it last time, and this time we're going to be doing the meme run. Throw that conduct up on the screen. Yep, Hayabusa boots, Hayabusa gauntlets, and two skills that I don't really like using. Although I have been warming up a little bit on the corrupted power lately, just because it has some good potential for setting up some synergies. You can pretty commonly get lighting the ground on fire, throwing oil down. Oh, hello. Getting a Toxic Cloud, as well as electrocutes enemies, which is always pretty helpful. But aside from that, I've never been too big of a fan of either the Hayabusa boots or the Hayabusa gauntlets, and as it is, they're kind of mutually exclusive. You can't really use both of them at the same time, so I don't even know what... I mean, let's just say, okay, cons. They can't be used really at the same time, so I guess I'm just gonna, in between biomes, switch which one I'm using in my main hand? Cool. Like, kind of? Here, how about this instead? Here, no, yes. Yeah, this is gonna be just terrible. It doesn't even work. It doesn't even work. Okay, I tried. And then, pros, they both have Hayabusa in their name. Yep, that is definitely a thing that is true for both of those weapons, which is the only reason that I suspect that I'm even doing this in the first place. Oh man, it's like being back in the day where Digimon and Pokemon were bitter rivals, despite the fact that the only reason I think people even compared the two was because they got Mon in the name. And really, do you need anything else? Do you need anything else in your life? Isn't that enough to basically say, it's the same thing? Alright, and Phaser... Phaser's okay, I guess, but the thing is you only hit a single enemy with it, and the damage increase isn't too much. I don't know, if you get like a... I guess you do also lock enemies in place, which is pretty nice, but aside from that, it's not really something that I would take unless I was using a weapon that really synergized with it well, which is to say the Assassin's Dagger. It's just the Assassin's Dagger, really. Alright, so the plan here, I guess, is going to be go as hard as possible into brutality all the time. Maybe get, like, open wounds, open up some more ability to get... Anything else over here? Open up some more ability to get synergies on this stuff, and maybe I can have something like the Hayabusa gauntlets, which, of course, they have extra damage taken to. Awesome, perfect. Let's go. Maybe I can get like the Hayabusa gauntlets to poison enemies or something like that, and then I can get some sort of baked-in synergy with that as well. Kind of like I did with getting the bomb or the wolf trap last time. Is this good? Not really. Kind of like I did with the wolf trap last time, poisoning the enemies, allowing me to get a whole ton more damage off of dudes. I don't know, we'll see. And of course, this isn't just the meme run because it's two Hayabusa items, I guess. They're not really a set. They just have the same name. Yeah, it's like it's not just a meme run because of that. It's the Hayabusa gauntlets. Cool, as it is a pretty meme type weapon. I mean, the entire reason that they exist is because people were all like, "Well, why do you got so many kicking based weapons and no punching based weapons?" And Motion Twin was like, "Well, do we have a weapon for you? It's fast, but also doesn't really have a very good critical hit. It's a 5-hit combo before you get that critical. And on top of that, thank you. That'll at least help a little bit of that potion go down. It's a 5-hit critical. I mean, that's a long time to be just mashing on attack to hit an enemy before you actually get something off of it. Thank you. And, like, it's a fast weapon. It's a pretty fast weapon, certainly. Let's switch to it for the next area, I suppose. However, it's also a weapon that... I don't know, as far as fast weapons go, I'd rather take a dagger, especially like a Sadist Stiletto, just to... Thank you. And I'll wait on upgrading you. I'd rather take something like a Sadist Stiletto just because that would give me a lot more ability to get criticals. I wouldn't have to wait until the 5th hit on that. You know, after the slasher has already killed me 3 times before I got a single critical out. I wouldn't really say it's a bad weapon or anything like that. It's just not really one of my favorites. So I do like being able to use it a little bit more, you know, maybe see exactly how good of a weapon it could possibly be. See, that's what I'm talking about there, where the criticals takes a while for you to get to that point. But yes. It's like I do like kind of getting out of my comfort zone, trying out some new stuff, different stuff, and especially in an area where even just playing the game right now, I'm making some sort of progress. Getting these cells, it's definitely going to help with me, you know, conquering some of the... Yeah, that was close. Conquering some of the later, well, the only other later difficulty, as well as, you know, making sure that I got stuff unlocked for other things as well. Any one of these good enough? Flammable oil generates toxic cloud. That's kind of what I was looking at, but I already have that off the corrupted power I got, as well as a little bit of survival. No, I think I'm doing just fine. Definitely another thing that I'm going to have to start unlocking is a whole bunch more mutations. There's a lot of pretty good ones out there, and I haven't really been messing with them too much at all. There's a whole wide world of things to be done here, so why not try to explore all of it? I guess, again, I kind of already have a 100% save file as it is. I don't really know what to do here. But yeah, I can get 100% on poison target. Yeah, the 30% on burning target's already helping, but I can do better than that. I could see this being, I mean, maybe not a great run, but there's some stuff going on here. There's at least some as much of a meme run as it is, and as much as I got a pretty much a dead second-hand slot, it's like there's still some good stuff here. Brutality runs are good. I don't think they've been as good in this most recent update, just because enemies teleporting to you, elites having like big death auras all the time. Yeah, missing a Guardian Scroll. All that sort of stuff. And especially the way that enemies are just doing so much more damage to you. Being in melee range can be a bit of a gamble. I mean, you could maybe be able to breach an enemy before they're even able to notice you, before they're even able to do anything, or you might die because they've already hit you when you're trying to get that 5th critical hit off. Oh, it takes so long. Oh, it's not even worth it. Just go. I would rather not take any extra damage here. I'm already down a potion charge, and there's no way that I'm going to be able to... Is this good? Is this better? No. And there's no way that I'm going to be able to afford a potion charge in any of these subsequent areas, so do want to be a little careful. And another thing here is that my only type of crowd control as of right now... That worked out. My only type of crowd control right now is just the momentary, like, little stun. Actually, not even a stun. I think it's just a snare. Enemies aren't actually down for the count when you hit them with a phaser. So that's going to be an issue, especially if I'm up against like some of the more powerful elites. Don't really have too much for... I like that. Yeah, anything else? Anything better that would be worth taking? No, I'm going to go with you. Yeah, so elites are going to be an issue. I'm seeing elites going to be an issue, and I'm seeing probably don't want to be taking too many cursed chests. I could get rid of cursed chests really easily if I'm up against a bunch of flying enemies. Those always have extremely low health, and a very quick hit like you get with the Hayabusa gauntlets will probably take them out pretty easily. Provided that I'm not somehow directly in... Wow, okay, you know, I said that I was going to take them out quickly. Maybe not. But you know what I can take out really quickly? You know how I can take those guys out really quickly? The corrupted power. It has electrocutes nearby enemies. That just destroys anything that's flying like crazy. Something I didn't even really think about when I was starting up this run is the fact that... Here. And there you go. That's how that works. But, yes, one of the things I didn't even really think about too much when I was starting up this run is that, yeah, my corrupted power is not actually going to be scaling with brutality, and I'm going to be going all in on brutality otherwise. So something like getting synergies, I guess, is going to be the main way that I'm going to be using this. I have to kind of be careful, let's just say that. And, oh, you guys. I'm talking about how I want to try to save up my health here, and clearly it's not quite happening in the same way that I would like to. Alright, come on. I'm going to do this. Unfortunately, the enemies that I kind of wanted to kill there didn't get in the poison. There we go. So if I could get a Hayabusa Gauntlets 100% on poison, that would be really useful. But in the next area, when I'm going to be switching back out for the boots, I feel like that's going to be the time when things start to get... when things start popping off here. I still kind of question, like, how good this run is, but this is definitely something you could easily take into, like, a lower cell difficulty. Ooh, he was a little faster than I thought. This is something you could easily take into a lower cell difficulty, and it would be probably pretty great. Yep. Oh, and the electricity has done me wrong once again. All right, there's attempt 1 of 3. All right, at the Vine area. This is a good halfway point through the area. Say this is a place I want to be picking right back up. And also, check out these 2 phases that I got here. Poisons the enemy, 100% on poison. Not quite the run that I'm looking for, since I still got to get, at some point, the corrupted power to really make this run, you know, adhere to the conduct that I'm allegedly supposed to be doing. However, I do like at least what I got right now. I've always said that I've never really been too big of a fan of Phaser. I just don't think it does enough damage to justify an entire slot to itself. Also only targets a single enemy and can kind of throw you around a little bit awkwardly. Not a huge fan, but if I can at least get some good synergies happening here, not too disappointed in that. Also just completely instantly kill those guys. Oh, that said, you know, I'm already kind of like feeling the lack of Poison Cloud and the lack of the ability to... It's so silly, I don't even know why I'm doing this. Kind of feeling like the lack of the Toxic Cloud and the lack of electricity around me. If I get the chance, I'll probably be switching out my Phaser V for a powerful version of the Corrupted Power. Yeah, Corrupted Power. 30% extra damage when it's active, which is just... I don't know. I don't even like think of it as being all that much. If I'm getting hit, I'm getting hit so hard that 30% extra, it's like, Oh, right, I don't have anything unlocked for ranged weaponry on this one. That's correct. It's entirely 100%. That was close. It's entirely 100% based around melee damage. Want to be a brawler, a baller, shot caller. That's what this run's all about. Entering the new world of Street Fighter 3. I don't know why I just kind of like turned into reference mode there, but it happens sometimes. If you've watched these videos before, you know that. If you haven't watched these videos before, what a weird one to come in on. But hey, hope you're enjoying my internet video. Anyway, what are we looking at here? An elite. I want to go fight that elite. I feel like I can still get some really good stuff, especially if I can get invisibility, maybe, but then Phaser is also kind of pretty useful for that alone, too. Ah, whatever. Let's just see what we got here. Oh, these things are so annoying. Oh, what's all this? You want to get hit by an elevator? Not quite. Too bad. Okay. And then... Oh, that's fine. That kills my, There we go. Yeah, that killed my my kill streak, but that's okay. That's okay. I can deal with that. Collect cell and gold, dodging, plants a bomb, a little bit of extra health. Not enough extra health, though. I can do better than that. I'm actually not taking too much for damage as of right now, surprisingly, so... Well, then again, I guess I only got hit by the electric deal from that elite. I didn't actually take, like, a swing to the face. Oh, God, I hope it doesn't stick me in this wall this time again. Yeah, I think that what happened last time was that was a homunculus rune only area. You were only supposed to go in there with a homunculus rune and not actually enter. It probably wasn't even supposed to be possible for the character to enter that area, but I made it happen anyway. Oh, my own incredible skills at this game betraying me. I wasn't going to beat that. Like, let's be honest here. I wasn't going to beat the Hand of the King in that fight anyway. It was not a good build for the final boss. I could have made an attempt, but I really don't think it was going anywhere. I don't feel too bad about having to kill the run there. Let's just say that. Poison it. Oh, it's so weird. I'm going to definitely look forward to getting my boots back in the next area, because I do think that the boots are are going to be a bit more... I like using them more, and I think they might do more damage. Like, maybe not literally 336 versus 334, but the huge AoE, the pushback. I also just think it feels a little bit better to use in general. Doesn't have the crazy sort of, doesn't have any sort of crazy critical, but the huge pushback is pretty useful alone. What do you got? No, I was just saying that, yeah. And let's just do exactly what I said I was going to do then. Yeah, who knew that the whole, like, poison enemy by hitting them? I thought I was going to get that on one of the Hayabusa twins up there, but nope. Phaser, in fact. Hey, of course, that's what I said before. It's like the Phaser is good for kind of rounding out builds in that way if you don't have anything better. If you don't have a Corrosive Cloud or anything like that. Yeah. That was just silly. I guess I'll keep it. That's... And you know, I'm thinking about it right now. There's poison. Why don't I get... Oh, I don't have that unlocked. I was going to grab wounds, open wounds, but I guess I do at least have the blueprint for that, right? Yep, 50. I can probably get 50 in the next area. Sure. All right, let's see if I can make that happen. And in the meantime... Yeah? I know I said this isn't really the sort of run that you probably want to be taking a lot of curse chests with, but I'm going to attempt it. It's good healing. And I kind of need that healing after I ran into that spike ball, as one does in this game. I unlocked Masochism, right? Maybe I should have just taken Masochism instead. Well, hindsight is 20 whatever. You know, much like the actual year. I'm gonna party up in 20 whatever. This is also a pretty good area where you can knock enemies off of like ledges and stuff, and it's actually pretty effective. And let's go. I'm actually kind of glad that for some reason the Shocker decided to target the... Or the Shocker was targeted by the Phaser rather than, you know, the closer enemy. Of course, that's also kind of, as good as that was, that's also kind of the thing that I was talking about where it can be a little bit questionable how the Phaser works sometimes, and that will occasionally lead to your horrible, horrible death. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Please kill this guy fast enough. Alright, let's go kill that Thorn and get me some stat scrolls. Can always use more of those. And I suppose I'm going to get them, what with the whole... You know, let's just do the wall climbing loop. This is always a surprisingly effective way at killing a bunch of enemies at no danger to yourself. So, sure. Also, another thing to look for, if I am going to be going for a whole lot of cursed chests, is maybe a colorless version of the Corrupted Power, which I think would be quite nice. You know, that dude's stunned for 1,000,000 years after having a bunch of rocks hit his head. That's the most opportune time to kill him. As always with using melee weapons, you never really want to go too hard on attempting to kill Thornies, because they will probably get very close to killing you if they just turn around. And that's their first reaction upon getting hit, turning around. Alright. Can always do the wall climbing loop again. This is also a very good place for kind of getting that done. Well then. 666 damage. The number of the beast. Yeah, alright, let's go. I'm sure that this is not any sort of, you know, ill omen for the rest of the run. What are you even talking about? You're crazy. Why would you even bring that up? Anyway, we all know that the real number of the beast is 616, which is also the Marvel Universe. Anywho, let's just not... You know, another way to kill yourself very easily is to be cursed and to try to attack a Thorny. So let's try to avoid that one at least. Poison. And then we just do that. It's the most awkward way to get range right now, but you know what? It's working. I don't know if... I hope... I don't want to try out Phaser on that Thorny. I get the sneaking suspicion that's going to kill me. Wow, come on, really? Oh, no! Oh, it's taken down. Oh, that's not even the same one. Cool. Now it is. Oh, no. Oh. Didn't really think that the run would be going like this, did you? Neither did I. All right. Let's get out of here. I'm sure there's probably a few easier to kill victims around here somewhere. Because I got to get rid of this curse ASAP. I got a nice weapon out of it, though, but also look at like this stuff. And I can't use my homunculus rune here, which would be the other way that I would attempt to get some sort of ranged weaponry out. Also, you can just do this forever, can you? I didn't realize that. Makes a cool looking, like, after image on your character. Feel like motion twin, like, maybe not fix it, but you know, let me customize that a bit so that I can I don't know, get like some cool decals just being like thrown all around all over the place. Don't want to climb up too far because then I'm going to activate. No, it did work like that. Why did I even try it? What am I, stupid? Maybe not go for the area filled with thornies this time. Also, I do now have the actual combination that I was looking for before. The Hayabusa Boots, Poisoning, and Hayabusa Gauntlets, doing a lot of extra damage on poison targets. I can see this being pretty useful. Additionally, I did open up getting open wounds, or whatever it's called. The mutation that allows you to apply bleed on melee hit. So I can see this being pretty good. Especially because I'm going to be hitting real fast with these weapons, so I can see it being quite good in that regard. All right, everybody get down here. Get down, what does that even mean? I don't know. Either way, hitting enemies with my boots now gives a very festive flavor, you know, red and green like that. And festive, it is January, so I guess it's more Nightmare on Elm Street at this point? Why not? Sure. I don't care. Yes. I like the other corrupted power. I get the... You know, more poison better. And I'm not going to go for Curse Chest this time either. I feel like that's also a bad idea that I had there. And I could probably do a little bit better in this area, knowing that these enemies are a bit more manageable, but I'm not the sort that's ready to throw caution in the wind, because this is going to be allegedly the last attempt at actually getting anywhere in 3-cell mode this time. I said 3 runs, I'm going to stick to it, regardless of how poorly I play. And you might say, that's unfair. Well, too bad. I don't make the rules. I only enforce them. And, you know, I do make tweaks to them. And really, I make the rules, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, that's just splitting hairs here. So, anyway... should I see this be... I don't know, this is a really weird run, and I would rather just have like an alchemic carbine or something on my offhand, but you know what? It's working. It's working. Just kick him with my gross poisonous boots, punch him to death with my gross hands, and just, you know, it's all disgusting here. This is a terrible, terrible place filled with many, many undead creatures. Kind of surprised that these guys are even able to get poisoned in the first place. But who am I going to argue? I mean, the archers have exposed spines. Are they really getting hurt too much by a little bit of application of green liquid or whatever this poison's supposed to be? Who cares? Food shop. Wait, do I even need a food shop? No, I'm actually doing pretty good right now. Yeah, masochism has helped out a surprising amount thus far, because I did manage to find... Oh, yes, I did unlock the barnacle in this run, too. Look forward to that appearing in some sort of future run. I'm sure somebody asked for a run related to that. But yes, Masochist has actually been doing me a lot of good here, because I did manage to find 2 challenge rooms. The previous 2 areas both had challenge rifts to be open, which was kind of surprising. Usually they're I don't know if maybe I'm just bad at spotting them. If that is my own personal version of missing a tinted rock or something like that. I mean, I do purposely miss a lot of tinted rocks in this game, but that's just because I don't really need money or food, or at least it's not worth the effort to get it for the gain that I would get from it. But yeah, I've been frequent lately. Been finding a huge ton of them. So I'm not going to complain about that. Anywho, as of right now, doing nearly 10 points in brutality. Not amazing, and that's really, mostly due to not having a whole lot of upgrades in the Forge. Definitely something to be working for in the... Yeah, it's like I shouldn't even try to be upgrading anything in the next area or unlocking anything in the next area. Just go for more Forge upgrades past this point. But aside from that... Like, I'd like to say that this is otherwise going pretty well. If I get that 60 kill door especially... Okay, don't... I really do want to try to get that 60 kill door. Okay, man, these slashers, I'm playing with such fire here, and not just because I burn the ground when I run, apparently. When did I pick that up? I think it was the first area. Huh. How did I, not notice that until... Well, whatever, the point is... I don't like being near these slashers, but at the same time... Wrong direction. But at the same time, it's working. You cannot deny that. You other brothers cannot deny, and I already screwed it up. Just amazing. As I was talking about it. Oh, yes. Oh, hurt me more, Snake. Let's get to the food shop and undo this just horrible travesty of a run right now. Well, the horrible events that have unfolded. I wouldn't really call this run a travesty just yet. We've got quite a way until this reaches travesty status. And hey, you know what? That's actually a pretty nice starter. Disappointed that I'm still not going to get the 60 kills. Yeah, I did have somebody suggest, when I had mentioned that, when I was talking about that in one of the previous episodes, maybe something like a mutation or something similar that would let you, I don't know, take extra curses for being able to keep your kill count up, not have to worry about losing it just because you get hit once. I think something that would just be like a simple change would just be you can get hit 5 times, or as soon as you take half of your total, your grand total of health in damage, that's when you lose it, not just a single hit, because I still think that's just way too harsh. This game is very difficult. I'm sure you probably have noticed. So it's like, even if I was like 1,000 hours sunk into this game and having trouble getting those doors consistently, it's like I can imagine that it's like it's probably too difficult. The difficulty is a little bit out of whack here. Should have gone for the Moonflower keys there. That would have been pretty simple to do. All right, come on. Yeah, so I just went super aggressive on that guy. I probably would have gotten the... There we go. Yeah, so if I just went super aggressive on the slashers, I probably would have breached them, stunned them long enough that they wouldn't have even been able to attack me in the first place. Kept my kill count, would have been all gravy, all peaches and cream. No such luck, though. Yeah, that's a new phrase that I'm workshopping right now. Calling things peaches and cream if they're going well. Sure. The burning is pretty good. I don't think it's amazing, though. I can take it or leave. Let's just say that. Still enjoying getting the bleed damage, even though I think it's just a very minor amount. It's just that you can attack so fast with the gauntlets that you can apply so many stacks of that. Yeah, stacks is the word I'm trying to think of. That it still almost does no damage. It's 63 DPS for not even an entire second. So I don't even know what I'm talking about here. Let's just move on, see what's happening with the concierge. I'm sure I'll probably be fine. I'll probably be totally okay. I would take this. Covers the ground with oil and burns it? And Toxicloud? I like the look of that. Probably would just replace the Corrupted Power V+, plus, not the plus one. So I could keep those stats rolling, but it's like being virtually the same thing. That's fine, too. Also, wait, whatever happened to the phaser? I just remembered that, right, I do have the phaser being a thing here. I should probably, like, maybe try to do something. I should probably maybe, like, do something with that. Find a phaser soon so that I can actually adhere to the rules set out for this run. This is the... It is not. Oh, although it is this one. Yeah! Never been a huge fan of the stun grenade, but I am happy to get that blueprint cleared out. That's one of those blueprints that is very RNG. You don't know if you're going to get a generation that has that blueprint in there, or if it's going to be just a plain tower that at the very ending that leads down to the Black Bridge, or the one that leads to Acid Nerves. It's not called Acid Nerves. It's called Nerves of Steel now. So it's nice to be able to get that away, out of there before having to worry about, you know, collecting it later. You know, having to go through the game 5-6 times and still being unable to find it. All right, what are we looking at here? Dead Inside seems like it's good, but I don't want to take it just yet. Combo's a good mainstay. Combo's great. I've really warmed up a lot to combo. It does a lot of extra damage with... You can get a lot of extra damage out of stuff, and I'd like to say that being able to kill large groups of enemies is a lot more valuable of a skill than it was prior to the 1.1 update. So ain't too disappointed in that at all. Oh man, I'm like tickling him unless I get the critical. Ooh, that's gonna be an issue. Okay, just make sure I get that poison up. How much damage am I doing? The Hayabusa Gauntlets is also clearly far and away my highest DPS right now, so I can't really just switch over to the boots here, unfortunately. Or fortunately, if you're a big fan, and this is all going very poorly right now. Or fortunately, if you're a big fan of the Hayabusa Gauntlets. I know some of you are. Hayabusa, of course, means peregrine. Is the name for the peregrine falcon in Japanese. The more you know. Come on, get poison there. What does it have to do with these weapons in particular? Come on, man. What does it have to do with these weapons in particular? I don't really know. The Hayabusa boots were introduced first, and I guess like the initial reaction I had to that was probably it's supposed to be a reference to Ryu Hayabusa from the Ninja Gaiden series, but at the same time, he's not really known for kicking. He's a dude that uses a sword. And also, he doesn't use red and black as a color scheme. He's blue and black. So maybe that's supposed to be the reference, but I have no idea. Otherwise, it's just like maybe it's just a name. No actual deeper meaning or anything like that. I'm so mad at how often I'm getting hit here. It's like doing so badly. Oh, I'm so bad at this. As evidenced right there. Yeah, as much as I was loath to maybe try and take some curse chests there, I'm starting to think that it was probably a good idea. Or I should have tried to re-roll for a phaser or something, but even then, the phaser's not that much more damage. So, I don't know. It's like, it's a damage increase, absolutely. But it's not that much more of a damage increase. Let's just blow it right now, because I'm really... Confidence is not at an all-time high. Let's just say that right now when it comes to the rest of the run. So I'm just gonna see what I can do. Oh, God. All right, jump over here, and I wasn't even able to rally up anything. Yeah, 30% extra damage. I was saying, it's like, oh, that's not that much. I think it's kind of a little bit of... Let's just say it's been upgraded too much in the intervening time. Oh, that actually stops him from moving? I mean, I do know that there's like a little momentary stun when it comes to using the Homunculus rune, but I didn't know that it was actually enough to stop him from jumping, which is very silly. Are you kidding me? That was the last hit. Oh, boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. And more corrupted powers. Just cannot get away from that thing, can I? Alright, let's go. Get at least a forge upgrade. And yeah, I don't know. You know it's a very punchy area, an area with a guy that punches a lot. Slumbering Sanctuary. Let's go check out what the golem is doing. Now you might say, that's crazy. You're crazy. You'll die in there. I'm pretty sure I'm going to die anywhere I go because I'm more than halfway down on health and I don't really have too much options for anything as of right now. So why not just go all out and do the different section? I always like going to the Stealth Village. Try out something a little bit different. Even if I know that I'm going to get murdered here. Either of the two sections here do have a food shop, so there's at least a potential for getting right back up to full health immediately. Maybe. We'll see. And aside from that, I got nothing. Still think that I would be having a much better time. Yeah, you know what? Let's go. I still think I would be having a much greater chance if I just decide to go for a little bit more of a... Is it better? Not really. So forget about it then. Yeah, I still think ranged weapons. If I was going to say something about, like, hey, what would be my ideal sort of run, it would be at least something with a ranged weapon as of right now. Or at least something with a little bit more powerful of a combination. Because this one naturally does have some issues here. Why is there a vampirism down there? That should be turned off. Well, you know what that means. That means that's a legendary version of it. And there's a legendary shrine down there, which I am not looking forward to. Get door advantage, and there we go. Okay. Now I'm just going to do this and let, hopefully, the electricity take care of it. I don't like the way that guy's looking at me. Whoa! Oh, no! I didn't really know that I would fall off the thing doing that. Well, there we go. It doesn't matter anyway. It worked regardless. All right, all right. And you, no problem at all. You, however, are going to be a problem. But not yet. Not yet. Soon enough. So yeah. Is it a legendary shrine like I was thinking? It sure is. And it would be a great way to get back all of my health, but, oh, maybe not when I'm cursed. Maybe at least wait until I take care of the curse before going for that, because, I'm not feeling too confident in my ability even without being cursed. And I'm cursed. What do you got? Nothing, not good enough. I mean, the Hayabusa gauntlets are something that I got in one of the in-between level doors, so they're far and away more powerful than just about anything. Oh, great, I gotta go down there. Yeah. It's just like, those in-between doors are so valuable. It's crazy. I mean, I don't think I was ever really undervaluing them as much as I just didn't realize how much value you could get out of that. Yeah, that's what I was hoping that would happen. You can always rely on enemies. You know, oh, this is bad. And roll, and, oh, they get so much of a health buff. Now remember that, oh, that would have been very bad too. All right. Of course. Oh, it's no surprise, but unfortunately that run was just going nowhere.